How you guys doing? It's 514 Mystic from BookieBullies.com, and this is a little something I like to call the rundown. And basically, last time out was Friday. Friday went 8 of 13, had a pretty good day. Bunch of picks went through, and we had a few in plays that ended up making us quite a bit of money. So now, today is basically the last day before Christmas Day where we're actually going to get any sports. Tomorrow there is nothing, no basketball, no hockey, and today is Monday Night Football. So let's just get right into it because this is the rundown. So, starting from the top, we got the NHL. Got Carolina Hurricanes versus Toronto Maple Leafs. 6-5 right now in that game. Third period, 8 minutes left. If you guys are just tuning in, I just bought Toronto to come back at 15-1. And, well, shit, like, actually, it's 6-6 right now. So, looking at my cash out option, and it's looking pretty healthy. As we speak, it just went from 6-5 for the Carolina Hurricanes to 6-6. So, anyways, that's enough ranting from me. Let's get right into it. Calgary Flames versus the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota Wild heavy favorites today. 76 cents on your buck. 6.0 is the total. Devin Dubnik should be at net versus Calgary. Calgary hasn't been overly impressive. 210 is the road dog here. Honestly, I don't have a problem betting on the road dog in this game. They got Cam Talbot at net, who hasn't been playing extremely well, 3-6. But I'm gonna have to skip out on this game. Next game, we got the Columbus Blue Jackets versus the Islanders. Blue Jackets not that hot either. They haven't been overly impressive. There's a lot of teams who've underperformed. Thomas Greiss is going to be at net. He's confirmed that he's 11-5 going up against Corpusalo. I like the Islanders minus 1.5 in this game. It's just something that I like. Honestly, I don't care how well Columbus has been doing against Washington or if they have a few wins in the last 10 games. None of that pertains to me. I like the 1.5 for Islanders. Next, we got the Florida Panthers versus the Lightning. The Battle of Florida. I like Florida to win this game. Honestly, I might be crazy, but I do. Bobrovsky is going to be at net. He's expected versus Vasilevsky. In the opening night, Florida, if I'm not mistaken, ended up winning that game versus them. Uh, and in the last game, which was about 2 weeks ago, Tampa Bay ended up winning that game 2-1. So you could also roll with the under in that game, but I would much rather go with Florida at the money line and see what happens there. Next, we got the Rangers versus the Flyers. Flyers heavy favorites. Obviously, they're at home. Rangers, they're gonna have Georgiev at net. Is it confirmed? Lundqvist is expected, and he's gonna be going up against Carter Hart. I like Philly to cover the minus 1.5, although it's a very pricey play because the thing is with the Flyers, they look really good and they play really good at home. Probably one of the best teams in the league at home. But New York has been playing very well in their own respect, so be wary of that pick. But I like the minus 1.5 for Philly. Next, we got the Capitals versus Boston, and Boston been shitting the bed time and time and time again. If there was ever a good time to pick Boston, today's not it. They're going to be getting a revenge spot versus Washington. With Washington beat them the last time they were on a road trip. Now Washington is the one in the road trip situation. They're heavy dogs at, well, not heavy, but 210 underdogs on the road. I like Washington money line here. You could probably buy Washington at plus 1.5, but I wouldn't play around with that. You could also go with the over in that game, but it's going to be Braden Holtby versus Tuukka Rask. So the under to me would be a better pick than the over. But both these teams kind of know how to score goals. But Washington, I like Washington money line here. Next, we got Buffalo Sabres versus Ottawa. I don't have a play in that game. Arizona Coyotes versus the Predators. Coyotes are heavy dogs on the road. Predators always underperform. I don't really care for them. They got Pecorine versus Antti Ranta, your favorite Antti. Um, they probably don't fancy Antti Ranta, but I'm sorry, I gotta go with the Coyotes here as the dog. So I got a lot of dogs today. Um, Fade or follow. Feel free to fade or follow. I'll be here again tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but I'll be back on Christmas Day. Next, we got Montreal Canadiens versus the Winnipeg Jets. Both teams basically trending in the same direction. I don't have a play in this game. I would love to put the over. There's Carey Price versus Lauren Brossoit. Brossoit, he's all right, 4-3, so his sample size is small. Can't really determine that, and the Jets are not that great. Montreal got Carey Price at net, and he is the highest paid bust right now. So, I'm gonna stay away. Next, we got the Devils versus the Blackhawks. Blackhawks heavy favorite at home. Devils paying 240 on your buck. I don't have a play in that game. If I did have a play, I would lean minus 1.5 Blackhawks, but both teams underperforming. Next, we got the Avalanche versus the Vegas Golden Knights. Golden Knights just played yesterday in a game where they won on the road for a change. It's not something that they do very often. Now they're in a back-to-back where they're at home hosting the Colorado Avalanche. They come through with their firepower. This just in 7-6 for Toronto, and I'm all up in the money. I'm telling you guys, feel free. Feel free to fade or follow, but me, I'm gonna keep cashing. Like I mean, that's a 15 to 1. That's a freaking 15 to 1. Anyways, now Vegas Golden Knights. I'd like the under in this game versus Colorado. Next, we got Edmonton Oilers versus Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver, they are favored to win at home versus the Oilers. Oilers, they're gonna have who is Oilers rolling with at net today? Oilers, they're gonna have Koskinen at net, who's pretty good, versus Markstrom, who's also pretty good. Um, I won't have a play in this game. Next, we got St. Louis versus the Kings. I like St. Louis minus 1.5 in that game. Next, we got the NFL. In the NFL, you got two of the best teams in the AFC North, number one and number two. Uh, Aaron Rodgers versus Aaron Rodgers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Honestly, they haven't been consistent as far as an identity goes. The Packers hasn't, but they're 5.0 underdogs. I like the 5.0 here. Give me plus 5 points for the Packers. The total is at 47. I like the under in this game. I don't believe it's going to be too high scoring, and honestly, the defense that Minnesota plays with, I like what's going on over there. We're gonna hop right into the NBA. Try to keep this bad boy short. Atlanta versus Cleveland. Cleveland is favorite. I don't ever like Cleveland as favorite. I usually like them as underdogs, but they should win this game. 229.5 is the total. Kind of a lot of points. I'm gonna go with the under in that game. Next, we got Chicago versus Orlando. Orlando 5.0 favorite. Kind of a high amount, fair enough. But 5 points for a team that hasn't been overly impressive to me is kind of a stay away. So I'm gonna stay away. 207. Honestly, Orlando they play such a slow pace. 207 seems like a number that they could go under, but they always, and it never fails. They bust your card by a point five, a bucket, 2 points, 3 points. It's always so close with them, like you know. So the Vegas is probably having a field day with Orlando, and the public probably just negates to bet on them. If anything, I put the over in this game, but I'm gonna have to skip out. Next, Philly versus Detroit. If Detroit is still out of Blake Griffin, I'm gonna like Philly to win this game. But honestly, Philly doesn't cover very many spreads. 6.0 is the spread, 215 is the total. If anything, I'll put the under in this game and move on. Next, we got the Raptors. Raptors played a big game yesterday, had the biggest comeback in their franchise history, came back down 30. If I would have thought that the Raptors would have won, I would have probably put Raptors to come back at 34 to 1, but I did not for 1 second believe the Raptors were going to win. Matter of fact, I had Dallas to win money line. And thank God for early payouts because I would have lost my cash. Anyways, Toronto's underdog here, 6.5 on the road versus the Pacers. I like Pacers to cover every spread. They just lost versus the Bucks, but everybody's losing to the Bucks. So give me the minus 6.5 for the Pacers in this game and the over in that game. Next, Washington versus the Knicks. 227 is the total. I like the under because the Knicks can't really score, and the Knicks are 3.5 favorites. And honestly, I would have to go with the Wizards in this game. It is going to be suspended for 2 games for going into the stand, so he's not going to be there. But outside of I don't have a play in this game. I'm sorry. Next, we got the Utah Jazz. Actually, you know what? No. I never put Washington games under, so no play in that game. Next, we got the Utah Jazz versus the Miami Heat. Miami Heat 4.5 favorites, and I like the Heat to cover the spread because Utah been underperforming, and I'm not impressed at all. Next, we got the Spurs versus the Grizzlies. Spurs should win this game. 1.5 favorite are the Spurs. 227 is the total. I like the Spurs money line. 1.5s are kind of sketch. So the Spurs should be able to come back and bounce back after getting blown out by the Clippers in that last game. Next, we got the Denver Nuggets, not only getting blown out, but allowing like 150 points, some crazy like that. So I'm sure that they're gonna have to step up, and they have a lot of answering to do. So the coaches are probably gonna make a big adjustment and hopefully win this game. It's not gonna be an easy task because Memphis are some tough customers. So look out for that. Next, we got Denver versus Phoenix. Denver 3.0 favorite. They just blew out the Lakers last night. Uh, no play in that game. Next, we got the Houston Rockets versus the Kings. Houston 6.0 favorites. I like Houston to cover. I do. It's just something that. Oh shoot. Okay, yeah, I'm at my limit here. I like Houston to cover today in that game. 230 is the total, kind of a lot of points, but just give me Houston to cover. Next, we got the Pelicans versus the Blazers. Blazers, I never bet on the Blazers. Pelicans are not that good, so I'm skipping on that game. And Minnesota versus Golden State. Golden State's they're gonna be underdogs at home. They're still without Karl Anthony Towns, the Minnesota Timberwolves, so no play in that game. That's pretty much it for me. Gonna give you guys the Bookie Bullies rundown, but before I do that, I'd love for you guys to go ahead and smash that like button, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're advised anytime I post videos like these. So starting from the top, we got the New York Islanders minus 1.5. The Florida Panthers money line, Philadelphia Flyers minus 1.5, Washington Capitals money line, Arizona money line, under 6.0 in the Colorado Vegas game, minus 1.5 in St. Louis. In the NFL, we got the under 47 and the Packers to cover the plus 5.5. Got the under 229 in the Atlanta versus Cleveland game. Got the under 215 in the Philly versus Detroit game. Got the Pacers to cover the 6.5, the over 211 in the Pacers game. Got the Miami Heat minus 4.5 and the Spurs money line. And I also gave out the Houston Rockets 6.0. And that was pretty much it. So uh, that's pretty much it for me. I'm gonna tell you like I tell you all the time. Please don't bet what you can afford to lose. Best of luck to all, and I'll see you guys again on Christmas. I'm not gonna have any more videos after Christmas. That'll probably be my last set of videos until the new year. You guys can look out for me at 514 Mystic on Twitter. Link is in the description. Keep a lookout on bookiebullies.com. Well, there probably won't be any updates until the new year, but there will be new content for you guys. So again, be safe, be good, happy holidays, and I'll see you again on Christmas Day. Peace.